The best 15 things you can buy to make you richer. A lot of people think that if they spend money they will become poor, but this isn't always true. As the average person spends money, they do get poorer, but smart and successful people know what to spend their money on in order to make more. People that spend money wisely become successful and wealthy, while those who just spend their money will find themselves in that same poverty. In this video, I'll be showing you 15 things you can buy that can help grow your bank account. The way you think about spending will change and have lasting effects on the rest of your life. So let's start. Number 1. Books. Reading books is a really valuable experience and one that can help you grow. Some people say it's not worth the investment, but we disagree. Reading is a powerful tool that helps you learn about people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. There are so many benefits to reading, and we believe there's no better gift than reading a good book. Some people don't realize that books can be really invaluable for their lives. A book might cost $15, but 10 of them would not only give you more knowledge and allow you to grow as a person, but also change your life in a positive way. That's $150 and it will get you a lot, but if you keep watching the same circle on Netflix, you won't develop as a person. We also recommend trying audiobooks if you're not into reading. Number 2. Useful education. Many people say that you should learn, then remove the L. This quote emphasizes the problem with how most education doesn't lead to either happiness or wealth. They need you to be productive enough so you can find a job, but at the same time they want to make it hard for you. They do this by giving loans and getting people into more debt. You need to focus on the value of education. There is so much inflation in the form of useless education. It's better to focus on useful degrees and skills rather than those without practical value. A lot of the world needs a trade school education and not just an influencer who has 1,000 followers on Instagram. I think it's a huge problem that the majority of society thinks of degrees and skills as status symbols rather than things that serve a purpose in life. Number 3. Your environment. As we grow, the environment we're in has a strong impact on how we turn out. We're very much like plants. If your environment is toxic, you won't be able to blossom. If you've chosen an atmosphere filled with nasty people and toxic energy, it's not going to benefit your progression at all. Invest in every experience, even the ones as small as where you sleep and what you wear. These are necessary elements to ensure your best self. Spend your money wisely on what you eat, drink and consume, as it will shape your future. Think of your environment as a product that is constantly upgrading you. Number 4. Time-saving purchases. Anything that can save you time is a good investment. 2 days ago we were at a business event when someone asked what they should invest in right now. One of our friends had a brilliant answer to that, which went like this: if you have some money to invest and are looking for a new place, consider moving to one where the rent is high but you are close to work. The reason for this is, if you move 30 minutes closer to your work, the cost of your living expenses will be about 50% more than they would be otherwise. This is because one way in would cost 30 minutes and one way back another 30 minutes, amounts to an hour each day. 5 hours per week, assuming you work Monday through Friday only, is 20 hours per month, 240 hours per year. If you work 8 hours a day, 248 says 30 extra days that you have for your own. That's time to enjoy before and when you retire. Spend time on activities that will make you happy or successful. Number 5. Debt repayment. Debt is the closest thing to slavery in the modern world. It is making poor people poorer and rich people richer. 99% of the population can't tell good debt from bad debt, leading them to call the rich 1%ers. Usually, the longer you have debt, the more interest you're paying on it. To become wealthy and get rich, you need to buy yourself out of the debt contract so you no longer have debt. Number 6. Online courses. Education is now moving towards an online model, and it's the right kind of education. You can have a more realistic idea of what's being taught and reviews are visible in real time. If you're unhappy with any aspect of the course, you will be able to ask for a refund. Technology has made it possible for almost anybody to make progress in any field. When you were in high school, this wasn't possible. No matter where you are in the world, there are a number of people who can help you understand what to do and how best to go about it. Number 7. Better accountants. You get what you pay for. A great accountant, and their team, will be more expensive than a mediocre one, but worth every penny. With their skillful, knowledgeable advice, you could save 10 to 100 times more money. Accountants are a valuable part of the financial world, and they can be thought of as being like magicians. When you create a budget or check your credit score, Numbers are the native language of money, and it pays to have somebody who knows those languages better than you do. It's always going to be best if you have somebody that speaks that language for you, so trust. Number 8. Country club memberships. Country clubs or membership clubs are not about the spa or the golf course. They're just a place to network with successful people, and that's because these establishments keep out the mediocre by charging high membership fees. You spend around 4 hours in the club, which is worth it if you want to surround yourself with a lot of successful people. Golfing with clients and other professionals is a great way to seem approachable and build connections as well as network. Golf can also be a great way to get in some exercise for your mind, body and soul. And that's the real reason why people with a lot of money golf so much. Number 9. Coaching sessions. Coaching sessions are when you pay someone to help you work through some things. Coaching is an investment that pays off by increasing your performance. A good coach will be able to help you reach your potential and achieve more than you would have on your own. You can expect to pay $100–300 United States dollars per hour or a monthly fee starting at $5,000. There are some shady ones out there, but some good ones if you do your research as well. Number 10. Great birthday gifts. Giving thoughtful gifts to people is really important. Doing so requires some effort and understanding of the person you're giving it to. Gifts make life more livable, so don't underestimate what you do for others with your present selection. You may not realize, but we have a limited amount of birthdays. It is so important to make the most of those moments and spend time with those you love. Buy gifts that show how much you care. Number 11. Business events. Business events are a place where people from all around the world come together to check out presentations, discussions, and networking opportunities. It's a great way to get motivated and make new contacts, as well as just enjoy the opportunity to meet other like-minded people. For some people, it can be finding companies that are hiring, networking with other people who have a similar goal, or getting experience in a field related to your goals. There's also always more opportunities for people to start their own businesses and make it big. Number 12. Travel. People often say that traveling is one of the only things you can spend money on to get richer. We bet we will find many other smart purchases, and yes, travel does indeed build a different kind of wealth. When traveling, you create memories that last a lifetime, learn more about yourself and who you want to become. There's a saying, as you grow older, your memory bank becomes more important than your actual bank. Number 13. Another apartment. You get richer by buying things that will make you more money. One example is equity or real estate. In these cases, the only way to make a profit is to buy them and then resell them for more than you bought them for. Investing another property can relieve a lot of stress. So if you're able to buy another apartment and rent it out, you'll worry about bills less and be able to enjoy your life more. That apartment might not be what you pictured for the future, but it will pay your bills forever, so there's one less thing to worry about. We call that expense arbitrage. You make a list of all your living costs and then invest in people and products that will generate enough money to pay for those expenses on your behalf. It's a fun game to play, as long as you don't get carried away and start spending too much. Eventually, after years of hard work, you'll have enough assets to cover all of your life's expenses. And that's when you can retire. Number 14. Equity in other people's businesses. Believe it or not, you too can own a piece of your favorite company. A group of people can invest in another company and share in the profits. Let's say we acquired a minority stake in a creative agency. We're not entirely invested because it would mean that we would have to take on the entire business and responsibility for the staff members in it. A minority stake in the company will allow it to grow quickly. We have connections that can open doors for them and help them grow exponentially, which is something they wouldn't be able to do without outside help. Doing in 1 to 2 years what would have taken them 3 to 5, and we get to play a passive role. We'll only jump in if there's something we can work on quickly. It'll pay off dividends, but so will building relationships with talented people we met. Your partnerships are an essential part of your growth. Find the right one to grow. Number 15. Time with your kid. It's true, we would all want more time and freedom. We're striving for a better future for our family. But more money isn't always worth it, because once we finally get some time and freedom back, it'll be too late to spend it on anything else. For many families, the early years of their children are the most precious time. There will never be a way to buy that time back, no matter how much money you make. Spending time with your child is priceless. Cherish it. We are sure you won't trade it off cheaply either, as this list could have been much longer. Here, we will pass it over to you so that you can continue adding to it. Have you ever wondered what you can purchase that will actually make you richer? Let us know in the comments so we can take a look at your ideas, smiley face.